I'm here today to discuss with you a potential amendment to be added to the Constitution, the question of adding a term limit for the members of Congress. I know this question may cause a lot of controversy in the government world, and especially with the members of Congress. Although the House of Representatives does in fact have a term of 2 years, and the Senate having a term of 6 years, this term does not put a limit of how many times they can run. This term states that the person of Congress has to wait 2 or 6 years before they can rerun for the same position. The problem with these existing term laws is the congressmen who have power, who have ran multiple times, who have won, and who have collected sponsors over the years, will win against a more qualified and a better opponent. Congress has a lot of power. Powers which include money and force, the two most important powers, ability to tax and declare war, and a lot more. This role should not be taken lightly and should not be conditionally handed to the past members of Congress that have fixed mindsets of past years. And they need to be put into the generation's hands. I believe Congress should have a term limit of about 4 years, just like the president. And after the 4 years of service, they should be forced to retire. Congress needs to be put into a new generation hand, young people's hands, in order to better the government. By having a term limit, there is room for less corruption in Congress, and placing a term limit allows the flow of new ideas to be brought in exchange better the government, society, and economy as a whole. And if you think about it, Congress knowing that they can always get reelected over and over again gives them no sense of urgency. It allows members of Congress to withhold a bill for years before they feel the urge to pass it. For example, the California State Senator Dianne Feinstein, a senator since 1992, has kept the same ideas and thoughts every year to bring it to Congress, but she has not made any changes. Another example of Congress members having no urgency is Don Young. Don Young is a member of Congress since 1973 of Alaska. He has pushed for money for his state multiple times, and every time they received money, he has spent it on senseless things. This is another example of why a term should be added. If Don Young was sent to retire years ago, after maybe a 4 to 6 year term, there would be room for a new person to come in with new ideas for the state of Alaska to better it. FDR is a great example of why terms were implanted into presidency, and should be implanted into Congress as well. He broke the barrier into the office by running more than 2 terms and winning. After this, Congress imposed a bill to add a term of 4 years, of 2 terms, in 1947. And in 1951, they ratified that bill, adding a 2-term limit for presidents. So why shouldn't Congress have the same terms? Like I said earlier, I believe Congress should have a term limit to allow new ideas, new generations, and new people to flow in. And this will hopefully better our government and cause for a change for the better. Although these are my thoughts, I know others believe that Congress should not have a term limit due to good congressmen being in service currently, and they don't deserve to retire. And you might be right, but change needs to happen sooner for the better, and not later. New leaders need to be able to walk in the footsteps of old and good leaders. They need to be given a chance to put their ideas in to Congress and express them themselves. And if there are new people in the race for Congress, then potentially it will bring new voters in, causing participation all over the country. So when it comes to amending the Constitution to add a term to limit Congress members from running, I push for the success of it and hope that there will be a term added within a few years. Thank you for listening to my views, and I hope I enlightened you. Goodbye.